blanket.
So we're inside the narrowest shop we've ever been in our life, and this is Lynn, the owner, and she sells silk shirts and dresses, and it's crazy because there's only room blankets, yeah, there's only room for kind of thin people. This is not a shop for fat people, is it? You can't get a fat person in here, can you? No, you can't. So we're in a taxi. It's Friday, we've got 3 full days left, and we're going to a pagoda. We've already bought Dawn's birthday present and Peter a shirt. Today's plan is a pagoda, lunch in what could be the best restaurant in the whole of Vietnam, an art gallery and the botanical garden, followed possibly by a sky roof drink and a brewery. So let's see how much of that happens. Just like videoing telegraph wires as we go on. Oh, I just donked a bloody window. I think Peter wanted me to video the traffic rather than the buildings, but I'm on the wrong side. And I think we've probably over the last 10 weeks shown quite a lot of traffic. Look. We were in that taxi for 3/4 of an hour, and I swear we've probably come, I don't know, 3 miles? The traffic's just horrendous. So now we're at Jade Buddha Pagoda. Not been inside yet, but they've got a great big pond of turtles. It's a really big one at back.
Very cute.
We've got like how many? Come on. You reckon there's hundreds in here? There's a right little baby one there. You seen it, little baby one?
Yeah.
Book says that this restaurant here that's tucked up an alleyway in an old like colonial mansion is supposed to serve some of the best food in the whole of the Vietnam. So it's called, well, it was called May Restaurant. So we're starting off with a mixed starter. At 11 o'clock is a mixed salad. At 1 o'clock is prawn spring rolls. The white ones in front are pork and prawn, also spring rolls, but in like a rice pancake. And at the front is pork and something else I've forgotten, wrapped in mustard greens, mustard leaves. The the main courses. On the right is a stir-fried cauliflower with seafood, and on the left is duck braised with ginger in a clay pot. Well, the meal we've just had was lovely, especially the duck with ginger. It was gorgeous. And this is the sort of first time actually that I've seen, well, I don't know if it's the river or a canal. The boats, it's just quite peaceful down here. Peter just pointed out that lovely building in front of that monstrosity over there. And there's all little boat trips you can take. There's a lovely little garden cafe. Saying in the whole city so far, this is the most relaxing place I've seen. And we're just off to try and find art gallery now. We are now in our San art space, which had been moved from number 3 to number 47, and it was quite difficult to find. So we're in the backyard, and we've got these. And I'm going to ask Peter a question now. Peter, can you explain the video we've just been watching quickly?
It's a lady who's tied a plant pot to a leg via a loop on the ceiling, and then thrown a load of beads on the floor, and then either messed with beads or dangled the plant pot higher and lower.
But I think she's got to put all the beads in a straight line without dropping the plant pot. But
Sure
after watching it for what seemed far too long, we decided to come and look at the backyard, and this is it. Right, so finally at 4:30 we arrive at the botanical garden, which actually has turned out to be a zoo. I had no idea. Peter said he knew all about it. And we've just come through the gate and we've been greeted by these 4 horrible looking specimens. Peter says they're a type of stork. I don't like the look of them, they look shifty. And there are 32 points of interest in this zoo, so we'll see what we see. We just went over to giraffes, and one at Park Keepers gave me some leaves, and it came and ate out of my hand, and Peter got some pictures. So now we're on the African animals, and Peter's saying next time we see these we should be in Kruger National Park. This little one just staring at me. I don't know if it's his mum. Here, look. This bit you walk over all where the deer and reindeer are. There's 2 fighting down here. A little bit of fighting. It's quite funny because it's right on edge of the city with a canal back there. Oh, that'll suddenly. Oh hey! Having a bit of a prance around. 2 in water having a bit of a go at each other. This elephant's kind of like doing a funny dance. A huge set of flats in the background. We were over there looking for art gallery earlier on. And there's a, it's just gone. There's rats all along here. I can see him at me profiterole, whatever
Village.
that thing is, yeah, profiterole village, but I'm not fast enough to catch him on camera. They let you get close to animals here, especially when Peter has pointed out that these things can spray shit at you. It keeps lifting its head out of water at front, this one. The only thing is, it's sun's starting to set. It's open till 6:30 and we're both getting bitten because there's mozzies out. Killed one on my arm. We're not exactly sure what these are, but they're binturongs. Binturong. And apparently they might like living with porcupine. Because we've got lots of porcupine down here.
Like, you look at a bloody cheese toast.
coaster.
It's just pacing up and down. I've got video on, you know. It's a bored animal.
Sort of, yeah.
See, they've got feeding time up at 3:15, 3:30, but it doesn't tell you. They don't feed them on a Monday.
What we're doing, go a bit
Try to go for it. Oh, you've got to clear a bit. That's not too bad, actually.
You hold on to me, Anne.
Not bad, not bad, not bad. So we've walked down from Botanical Gardens, ended up back at the post office, 20 to 7. We're either now going to go to the Rex Hotel, which is one of these big ones, to look at one of the roof gardens, and then to the Pasteur Brewery. So this is the Pasteur Brewing Company. We both chose a beer and we chose small, but we didn't quite realise how small it was going to be. It's like a 175ml glass of wine.
We're just having another walk about today. It's the sort of last full day that we've got in Ho Chi Minh. We're at a memorial to Buddhist monks that were persecuted quite a few years ago. This statue represents one of the monks that, as a protest, set himself on fire in front of a load of the world's media. It's quite an impressive statue, that. And then they've got like a frieze at the back of all the monks being beaten by the police and spraying them with tear gas and things like that, and people helping in the protests. And then it goes into the centre there with the monk. He parked his car up as if he'd broken down, and then he got out of the car, poured a full can of petrol over himself and set himself on fire in front of like a big gathering of the world's press. And it went sort of global then and basically embarrassed the government, so they had to stop doing what they were doing.
So Sunday afternoon, the last afternoon, we've come to the Reunification Palace. Now this place had to be rebuilt in the 1960s due to the fact that they blew it up. The president that was then redesigned this place, French influence again, never got to see it because his own troops murdered him because they didn't like him. The history of the place is too complicated to tell on video, but it's 1960s building. It's very, very busy today. Right, it's £1 in, it's Sunday afternoon, so I don't know why there's so many school parties. There's thousands and thousands of people here. We probably don't realise how important this place is. But I have read the history in the book, but I've read it 3 times and I still can't make bloody sense of it. So we're just going to like what we like. So this is the State Banqueting Hall. The last important dinner was in 1st of April 1975. This is equivalent when you see royal family on balcony. So we're stood on balcony. This is where everybody be waving at everyone. So like, that goes back inside the palace in there. So yet another meeting room. The carpets are beautiful. is the ambassador's chamber with a complete wall of lacquerware, which I think this room so far is the most impressive. I still don't think the settees look comfortable. It's the same room but from a side angle. It's a Japanese lacquerware, and the last important meeting in this room was with the Japanese president. These are some of the gifts that have been given to the presidents, and like sailing ships and whatnot. But then you've got these 3 elephants' feet. The bedrooms. It's quite bare in some ways, but... So this is a staircase. You don't actually come up this staircase. We came up in lift, but it kind of shows how grand it is. Looks like they're getting ready for a wedding party down there. And there's a helicopter landing pad on top. This is a funny room. You can imagine, like in China or Russia, getting to a hotel with a lounge like this, can't you? Or like, a bit like Poland when we went in the 90s. Peter's saying a new venue for the film club because it's got its own cinema.
Beer's a lot cheaper.
It is. This has been my dad's favourite bit. It's the projection room. No DVDs in here. The best bit about standing here is that there's a breeze. Oh, my dress is wet through. I've even, when we stopped for a cup of tea earlier, I put ice down my bra. It was so hot, it was lovely. It's even got its own bunker. And it's also got a disco, a games room, and I think...
Cinema.
Yeah. Only 56 years ago, and look how antiquated it all looks. I mean, you know, you look what we've got now. Bloody hellfire, it looks like, God knows what it looks like. High frequency communications. Look at it all. You can't imagine. You just can't imagine it. Corridor after corridor. Room after room. Like doing interrogation rooms, don't they? Oh, look at them. Oh, look at them. I thought bloody smart move were bad enough, you know, sat at them computers, my God. Eh? So the president has got a bedroom down in the bunker, and he's got his maps on the wall for bedtime reading. This might not look like it, but it's a cocktail table because we're now in the kitchen. Vegetable sinks, sink for washing dishes, dish drainer. All your big mixing bowls, your gas stove, pasteuriser. Bloody hell.
Big wok.
My God. Gas range, mixer. Electric grill, a steamer, bread oven, ice cream machine. An ice cream machine. A samovar, whatever you want to call it. Coffee machine. Ice cream freezer. This is the American Jeep that took the president on 30th of April 75 so that he could do his surrender speech because the communists took over then. And he said that he was giving them the power, etc. And they said, how can you give what you never had? Just setting it up for a wedding. He said it's a small wedding because they've only got 20 tables. There's 10, that's 200 guests. Volkswagen camper made it into a bar, and all the seats are like, you know, yeah, Vespers, and upstairs they've got like scooters you can sit on. And they've even got like lamps made out of handlebars. This is at 6:30, what it looks like, all these empty seats, and this is your little menu. So your beers are like basically 50p.
Here we have 2 gin and tonics. Janice has found a little seat to keep her happy. And it's, well, we're not exactly having a quiet drink, but this is where we took a few photos earlier on, just some naked chairs. It's cracking on a bit more now.
Right, it's Monday the 21st of March. This is our bedside table. We always say it's like that Kim's game. You know, you can't even find your key, you can't find your glasses. And the game now is to get all this stuff into 2 rucksacks, one of which is brand new. We've bought quite a lot of presents, clothes. We've got a new day bag, that blue one up top and that red one's brand new. So now it's a case of packing it all up and hope that we're under the limit, which we're fairly sure we are.
There I am there in my bedroom. I'm safe and I'm snug and snoring, and so glad to be there. I'm going home.
We've arrived at the airport, collected the bag that we bought yesterday. Got that. The handle's smashed off it all together. It's got a scuff in it there. The wheel's nearly ripped off on that side. Hold on. We're ripping it there. That's after a day. So I can't really use it anymore.